All right, welcome back to the house series. Now, it's nice to be able to sort of edit these real time and come in after the fact and describe what's going on, just because I can sort of react to comments from previous videos about that's terrible advice. The one thing you'll learn on the internet is somebody will always disagree, just always the case. When I say that it's smart to go with the lowest bidder for people taking things down and taking them away, there's no craftsmanship there, right? We'll get into the actual demo of the property, where there is skill involved, because if I did it, it would look completely different, but the results would be the same. So go with the lowest bidder as far as if they're going to take it down, if they're insured, and then they're going to take it away, you're covered. Just make sure you can give them a deposit up front. Just make sure that in the end, you withhold payment until the job is completely done. Otherwise, you might find yourself in a situation like I ended up in. So anyway, now to the actual demo portion. Here's where we're going to start taking down the house, and you're going to notice stuff that's very different. There's value. There's always scrap value to stuff, and you'll notice that they take the metal, they separate the metal, the iron, all that stuff goes separately because they're going to recycle that and make money off of it. A lot of the other stuff just gets destroyed, and they start by knocking down the stuff that could fall on them, and then instead of doing what I would do, which is just straight up bulldoze through the house because it's fun, they methodically take the house down piece by piece and knock it on top of itself. So they end up clawing it down into the basement and even start driving over that. So they break it down to the smallest components, because if you think about it, this is all going to have to go into dumpsters. And then you're either going to have to break it up later or break it up as you take it down. And they sort of just claw away at it. It's actually amazing to watch how precise these guys can be with the claw arm and even the teeth of an excavator like this, and it's pretty cool to watch. So let's check it out, and I'll see you in a second. But they're taking the entire foundation and chopping it up and using it on another job.
He's bringing a machine yet?
He's going to cart it out and then chop it up. This is the kitchen here that went to this wall, and that was the one bedroom. So you're looking at more than half the house that exists now. And in a couple of minutes or a half hour, none of it will. is deep. That's our old basement. This is the steps that went down.
Dad, can I go down there?
No, why are you going to go down there?
Why? I want to see.
There's the slab with the fireplace. Here's the entire house folded on top of itself.
I want to go
And
see
this is about one dumpster's worth.
Daddy,
Oh, look, snowflakes, because we're battling the snow. Yes, Ryan.
I'm stuck in quicksand.
Come over here. Get out of there.
The quicksand is sinking.
But let's just say it'll be much nicer
Stop my feet.
when it's done. I can't wait to take that down. So we're demoing this. Got the fire in a barrel. And then I saw a mouse running up the wall. He's right there. That guy's sort of scared shitless. He's gonna find a new place to live. Very good video of the fire. House is gone. All right, we're still making progress here. I have no idea where the septic is, but I'm assuming the septic is over there somewhere. But if you look here, this is the old foundation, which is not in that dumpster. This is what's left. And you can see they just sort of like, before pouring the concrete, they just threw rocks in it, and like, here's a spoon. Over here, some random bottle. I mean, this foundation was poured in 1921. So it's pretty cool to see. And obviously, I don't know what part of the foundation that was. It may have been added on, but you just have a bunch of stone here. And a big hole in the ground. And when we have the hole in the ground and we get rid of all the rest of the metal and everything here, we will then be set to start doing the site work. Obviously, you can see these pink stakes here. There's one there, one on the other side. Let me see if I can give you a zoom. There it is. And then there's two up front. That's marking the corners. So when we pour the foundation, we have reference points. So it goes exactly where it's supposed to go. But here is what was my house, or at least the basement, and it's something where I don't mind not having it anymore, because a nice new poured foundation will go well. But a bunch of cool rocks. But progress is being made, and we're stumping the property, taking the stumps out. Whoop, sidewalk's got to go. But these are the trees. You could see there was a tree here, tree there, and you just yank up all the stumps and it makes it much nicer. I'm gonna use that pedestal there was for a bird bath, but I'll use that as a reference point. Once I get the tree protection and everything up, I will put that there so I can get a consistent shot of the property over time and be able to do probably a pretty cool time lapse. But as you can see, the snow is an issue. Snow makes the ground soft. Making the ground soft makes it harder to do work. And the other problem with snow, luckily this is just early December snow, is that if the ground freezes, it gets in the way of us pouring the foundation. So lots of problems to overcome. It stinks. It's like legitimately the worst time to start construction is when we started it, which is going into December, but we'll get her done. And then I can have a house to match my tiny little old 100-year-old garage. Stay tuned.
So I did my Disney trip, I came back and the house was gone. And this is where I say you gotta be careful with paying the guys too soon. They had one dumpster's worth of stone left, right? One dumpster, like its foundation, it's still there. And the guy came to get his final payment. And I'm like, all right, you're gonna come get this dumpster? I'm going to withhold $500 from you. No, you can't. You got blah, 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 blah. Big stink. I'll be by and get it. I promise you I'll come by and get it. Probably 50 wasted text messages over the next couple of months. Never came by and got it. But it was so much cheaper than if I went with somebody else. The $5,000 or $8,000 that I saved was significant. So it was worth it. I'll still have to pay $800 for them to cart that out of here. But at the end of the day, I still got value having these guys do it. I'm happy that I was able to save money having these guys do it. And when I said they were reusing the foundation, I don't know why some people got confused, but they were destroying, clawing up, destroying and crumpling up, chopping up the foundation and using that as like a concrete aggregate or something on another site. So they were not reusing that concrete or reusing that foundation, so to speak. They were destroying it and then repurposing the material that it's made out of. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Next time, we're going to start the site work. In comes the real diggers, and now the tradesmen come in. And these guys you don't want to skimp on because these guys know what they're doing and everything's very precise. So stay tuned. I'll see you in a couple of days, and we'll keep going. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.